Good morning. Some people actually suggest that I should stop talking about the COVID vaccine. That's a joke. Again, I want to thank all the people who didn't take the COVID vaccine. What if there was just a few of us, or you are the only one who didn't take it? Wouldn't work. But now we are exposing them, the crime of the century at least. See? And of course this is important. Now people talk about it, and that's key, right? Now there is this story, I know the story is not true, but the story goes that the guy who invented the chess game was asked what he wanted for it. And he said, "This is what I want. I want you to put 1 grain of rice in the first square. And then in the second square you put 2 of them. And then in the third square you put 4 of them. And then you keep going like this. And there's 64 squares. This is what I want." Right? And then they figured out how much rice this was. And this is the awakening, of course. On any subject, people talk to each other. It's about word of mouth. Now, 1 guy talks to 2 guys. And then these 2 guys talk to 4 guys. That's why it's working. And we see people becoming more and more aware because they get knowledge. Now, talking about the COVID hoax is hard. I know it's hard from experience. My favorite methods, there's basically 2 methods. The first one is to keep it very, very simple. Because if you talk about the whole thing, the plan, they had this plan, they control the media and all the politicians. If you start talking about this, you become unbelievable, you see, and people just don't listen. Well, some do, but very few do. You are considered more or less a lunatic, you see. So the message should be very simple. So that's what I do. It's basically something like, they wanted to make a lot of money. They knew that it didn't work very well, but they lied. Well, it's a very simple message like this. But my favorite method is to be sarcastic. It's more fun, much more fun. Now I say something like, so you took the COVID vaccine. Well, I don't worry about it. You shouldn't worry about it. I'm sure you looked into it. You're a smart person. Of course, before you took the injection, you looked into what it was, right? Of course you did. That's my favorite one. Much more fun. Right. Also this, I want to talk about this. NATO. They had a meeting now. And after the meetings, they have a declaration, right? And there was a change. This meeting was different, right? In earlier meetings, they always blamed Russia, always, in these declarations. But now they didn't, in this one. Russia was not blamed for the conflict in Ukraine. I think this is important. There's a change here, you see. Another one, and this is a subject that I'm very concerned about. I'm basically concerned about 2 things. These are the main ones. First, it's the COVID hoax, right? We need to deal with this. We can't let this go. I don't think so. And the other one is the invasion of these countries by people of a certain faith. Yeah, I'm quite concerned about this. I see the problem, right? So, and knowledge is the thing. This is how we create an awakening. We just spread knowledge to other people. Now, the chess game story. You talk to 2 guys, right? And they talk to others. That's how we do it. It's word of mouth, right? So I just decided to tell you something. It's something that people need to know, I think, about this certain faith, right? So I was listening to this guy with a beard, right? And he explained how they deal with America, how they take over America. Just some basic knowledge, right? And he said, there's a big change coming in America. And they said, first we nominate a mayor of this certain faith, becomes a mayor, right? That's the first thing. Then we nominate people to the school board of education, right? And then, we have the most children, and very soon there will be a president. I'll post a link to this. You can listen to this guy with the beard. Just some knowledge, right? People need to know what's going on. Really. All right. Be good.